So I got a question about what's a current project that we're excited about. And I got to tell you, we're really lucky. We're excited about all the projects. In all the years I've been doing this work, I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years. And in all the years, I can tell you that there's less than a handful of projects that, maybe we weren't as excited about or got a little tough, that we have been really fortunate to work with some really interesting teams that are doing profound work, transformative work, and we're excited to be a part of it. In this series, we call the Green Case Studies. We call it that because green is the color of the environment. It's also the color representative of renewal and transformation and growth. And when we're called in to do work through TDB Group Strategic Advisory, which is one of the three brands under Tammy Dowley-Blackman Group, that's what we're called for, to be there to help improve their environment, help think through what it means for transformation and growth for them. And that's what we're doing at PA Humanities. It is the statewide Humanities Council for the state of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And I got a call about would we put a proposal in for their strategic planning process. Sometimes we find things through research and we'll go ahead and bid on a project. Other times, a lot of our work comes through referrals, and sometimes it's a mix where someone referred and we're still putting in a proposal amongst many others. And so that was the case with PA Humanities. And this is a project that is spanning from late 2023 through 2024. And this is an opportunity for PA Humanities to continue to think about all the ways in which they center equity, civic engagement, communities, community engagement. They are really not trying to move from the ethos of who they are. They're just trying to figure out how to do their work even deeper, better, and to be even more representative of the needs of the community. And so part of our work has been first getting to learn about them. That's the assessment work of this. We've got what we call the trust framework, and this framework is our proprietary framework that allows us to actually do just about every project that we do. We use this framework, and then the trust framework, and it's not trust but trust, TRUSS. If you are an architect, I am not, but love thinking about architecture and studying it. If you know that term, it's really that those beams that hold everything together, hold things up. And that's really what this framework does, is what's holding everything up in the work we're asked to do. And it's got four pieces to it. There's the assessment, and there's the mapping and pathway, and ultimately the benchmarking for the work. And the assessment part of PA Humanities is all those things that come with strategic planning. You're getting to know them. You're looking at their internal source documents, including the current or prior strategic plan. You're interviewing all the team members. You're interviewing their stakeholders, potential partners, their funders. It's the gamut. You want to make sure you really understand this entity and asking lots of questions. And that takes a period of time to be able to do that and to create that assessment, to present back a picture to themselves, a picture that shouldn't be a surprise to them about what they do really well, things where they could improve. But what might be a surprise is the places where they can begin to see that aha about where they may actually be able to do more work. They can focus in on how they could do their work better, something to explore about a brand new way to think about what they could do and the way in which they might show up. And so PA Humanities was interested in all of that, not only what they do well, what they're challenged by, could improve, but also that space where they could think about, hey, we could actually do something very different than maybe we've ever done before. But most importantly about this group, which has been so wonderful, is that they are so collaborative. And that was evident from the first moment. I have never seen an RFP that was so well written, really articulated who they are, what they needed, and we really have built out a work plan that's been true to that RFP and have confirmed it over and over through this process, including most recently when we did a day-long, long and large meeting with their full staff and their full board. And it has just been incredible to work with them and look forward to presenting this final strategic plan to their board of directors for approval. But again, what's important here is the process. It's not just what we'll get to. It's the process of getting to know PA Humanities. It's the process of them getting to know themselves even better, asking good questions, being in community, the ways in which they've opened the doors through focus groups, through conversations, interviews, surveys for as many people across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania Pennsylvania to be able to also to be in community and to say what they know about PA Humanities, what they'd like to know, what they'd like PA Humanities to start thinking about or to further think about in terms of trends, how they'd like them to engage, continue to engage. All of those things will be so helpful and inform the final strategic plan, and just can't be more grateful about the way in which this team and this board has shown up and the ways in which their stakeholders have shown up and have been so invested and participatory. So more to come about where this turns out, what this looks like, where they land in terms of their strategic direction. But incredible to understand that the kind of work we do around strategic planning, again, it's very different depending upon whether it's a corporate entity, a government entity, a nonprofit, or a philanthropic sector entity. But there are some elements, and that framework we use is one of those elements that has kept us really true to being able to do the best possible work by using the trust framework across the variety of strategic planning processes and all the other kind of work we do. So it's been enjoyable, more than enjoyable. It has been fantastic working with PA Humanities and their incredible team. I have board of directors, their executive director, the full team. But again, they're stakeholders, they're external partners. The way in which everyone has shown up for this organization is really to be commended. And so I look forward to where we get by October and more to report later. But thank you, PA Humanities, for inviting Tammy Dowley-Blackman Group and TDB Group Strategic Advisory in particular to be a part of this important work that you're doing to continue to advance the humanities in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.